Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Delaney. And today's video is a Fashion Friday. I haven't been able to do as many as I normally do. We've been traveling a lot, and if you watch our vlogs, I talked about it a little bit. We're there before, but just doing what I can on YouTube for now. But I am really excited for today's video because it's all about shoes, which is something I love. And I also think that shoes are sometimes the hardest item to nail or to figure out which one goes, or even just like curating your closet with which shoes to have, I think is such an art form. So I really love researching shoes and looking into this and trying to master that part of an outfit because I do find it a little bit tricky. So today's video is going to be all about 2025 fall shoe trends, just like the hottest shoes of this season for this year, the shoes that I've been seeing the most, the shoes that I'm inspired by, the shoes that are most relevant to me at this time anyways. So a little bit of backstory on how I do these videos. I love doing research on articles through fashion magazines, so like Vogue, Marie Claire, things like that, Harper's Bazaar. I also love looking on social media, so YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, seeing sometimes videos on the topic or just seeing literally what people are wearing on those platforms, Pinterest of course, and then what I'm seeing in real life. And somewhere that I really take a lot of inspiration for these videos is actually online shopping, just at retailers, because I love to browse. I love to shop too, but particularly browsing I do every single day, and I get like such a feel for what is really happening in the fashion space by seeing what the different retailers have on their website at that time. So that's kind of where I gather all of this information, and then I round it out to the ones that speak to me the most and compile it for you guys. So I will have shoes from each category linked for you guys if you want to shop any of these trends, and let's get to it. So of course I have my notebook. I've written it all out, and the first one that we're going to talk about is fuzzy ballet flats. I've been seeing these everywhere, especially when online shopping, and these really speak to my soul because I love anything that has a lot of texture, and Sherpa or fuzzy or whatever you want to call it, shearling in the fall and winter months is just everything. It's so fun. It adds the perfect amount of texture and fluff and just like funness to an outfit, I think, and I really love it in the ballet slipper format. I think probably like the most famous place that I've seen this, or the most well-known, if you will, is the Miu Miu ones. They are gorgeous. They are obviously very expensive, and luckily I have found a ton of alternatives that are much more affordable. So the other day I was shopping on H&M and I saw the cutest pair, so I ordered those. We'll see how they turn out. My mom just got a pair from Target actually. I think Mango has some, so I'll link a bunch of good ones there. And I think that this is a perfect shoe with like a nice wide leg pair of jeans with skirts, like a long skirt or a short skirt, maybe even with like leggings. I think that this could be cute. Capri legging if it's not super cold yet where you live for the fall. I think these are fun. They make me think of like a little teddy bear, which is just so cutie for fall. The next trend is a boot, which we love for fall and winter of course, and honestly I love a boot every season, and that's the fold over boot. So this is a style that I feel like has been popular for years, and it's kind of just like a classic always in style. I feel like I have been seeing it more this year, especially at retailers and on social media and everything. I am just like a boot fanatic. I'm obsessed with boots. I always have been, I always will be. And I think the fold over boot is so good because it kind of adds like an accessory to your shoe, or like a layer, which I actually like even more than an accessory, because it doesn't have like any embellishment or anything. Like you're not adding another material to the element. You just have this like layer of the folded material over the boot, and I think it looks so nice and so cool. And these are just really sleek and sexy and cool. As far as like designer goes, the Attico has some really cool pairs. Paris, Texas, And then what I've seen, like more affordable ones, shopping and everything, Schutz has some really cute ones. I think they do maybe have a little bit of embellishment, but it's really well done. Steve Madden, of course, he always pulls through for the girlies, if you know. And yeah, these are great with like mini skirts, mini dresses with a fold over boot. So freaking good. Also with like a tighter pant, so again like a legging or even a skinny jean, I think this looks really nice. Or shorts with tights, it's just like a staple shoe. Okay, this next category is I'm gonna go through a lot on this one. I feel like this is the type of shoe that I've been seeing everywhere as far as sneakers go, and they were calling it on Vogue the next gen sneaker, which I actually really liked that term for it. I feel like it was a good overall encompassing term because there's so many like little nuances of types of sneakers that I want to talk about for this trend. And basically, I feel like the easiest way to describe this is, I think it was last year, maybe the year before, that the Miu Miu New Balance sneakers came out. And that style is kind of like the one that comes to mind for me for this overarching theme of this type of sneaker. So it's like a lower profile, skinnier, slimmer sneaker, and it just has this like retro vintage feel to it and very cool, kind of like athletic-y, a little bit of like boxer influence a lot of the time, I feel like. Another example of this would be like the sneaker ballerina flat hybrid, which I've seen a lot of. I think Adidas has one, like the Taekwondo or something. Acne makes a pair of these, and they're just so cool. And I actually really like the mix of both of those feels, like a super girly ballet flat and then like a cool sneaker. These can have like ribbons or fun laces. Like I said, they're like low profile, retro inspired. A lot of them are suede, which I think is why they ring so true for like fall. There's distressing a lot of the time. Puma sneakers are also really big right now, which like carries this shape and this general vibe of this retro feel. The Puma Speed Cats specifically, they don't have as much like interest as far as like distressing or interesting laces or anything like that, but the shape is very like that. Aloha's and Aloha's and Steve Madden also have a great dupe style for the Miu Miu ones. And then last little touch on this, the Nike Cortez is also a big shoe for this theme. But the last little nuance here is I've seen a lot of like slip-on style of these sneakers recently, which is a lot of them have like a Sherpa lining in them, so they're kind of like a slipper, kind of a sneaker, but they have that same feel as like the Miu Miu sneaker. And I feel like they're so fall because they have like the shearling or whatever, and they'll be suede, and they're super cute. I am a little bit nervous that I would feel weird in the slip-on or it wouldn't look cute on me, but I have seen them a ton. I think the brand that I've seen of these that I think is really cute is Back 70. I think they have them at like Anthropologie. Okay, next is another type of boot, and that is the rain boot, specifically the hunter boot. We've been seeing so much, and I think it was my 2025 fashion trends video where it was like predicted or whatever. I had already been reading about it back in January, December, whatever that was, that the hunter boot and rain boots would just be huge this year. And I feel like that definitely proved to be true because I have seen more hunter boots and rain boots than I ever thought I would, and I love them. I think they're so cute and they're really fun to style with like leg warmers or little socks peeking out the top. I think that they look fantastic with shorts, like little boxer shorts and sweaters. So cute for fall. They have tons of fun colors in them. I have like a dark green pair with like shearling inside. They're so comfy. They also have like burgundy, light pink. There's so many different ones. And if you don't love the hunter boot, thrifting rain boots is also a great option. I have a black pair, I don't even know what the brand is, but I thrifted them and they are the nicest like shape. They're kind of chunky and just cool. So I love the rain boot trend. Okay, next one that I've seen a lot on social media and then also shopping is like a Mary Jane style of a shoe. So similar to a ballet flat with a strap and maybe like a little bit chunkier and maybe slightly different toe shape. There is this brand that I've seen this shoe everywhere, and I think it's such a cool girl shoe. I think it's very European. I'm pretty sure the brand is Spanish, and Spanish girls just have like the coolest style ever. The brand is called Venezia, I think. They have like a lot of velvet Mary Janes, and they have them on Shopbop actually. A bunch of different colors. I think that they're just sweet, you know? And these look really cute with jeans, I think, or if you want to like play into it a little more with a pair of socks and a skirt. They're just, I like the little girly schoolgirl feel they have to them. Okay, next trend that's really big, even though I was just kind of saying I didn't love that much embellishment, but I have seen so much studs on everything, especially like bags, accessories, belts, shoes, of course. So this can be in boots, it could be in ballet flats, it could be in clogs. I feel like it could be on anything, but I've just seen a lot of studs, and a lot of studs mixed with mesh as well, which I think is a really cool look, especially on ballet flats. And I do like this as like a statement shoe that you can just add to a more plain outfit, but I feel like as far as an everyday shoe, the studs might not be the best option, but I did want to include it because I do like it and I've seen it a lot, and I do still think that it's fun. Next is loafers, and specifically slimmer loafers. So I feel for the past couple of years we've seen a lot of chunkier lug sole loafers, and I personally love those because I do think that a chunkier shoe is more flattering, like specifically for me. I always feel a bit more balanced or proportioned with like a chunkier shoe, but I have really fallen in love with the look of these slimmer loafers. Again, I don't know exactly how this is going to work out on me. I have like pretty athletic calves, so I just feel like that look of like a muscular calf and like a skinny shoe sometimes can be really tricky to pull off, but my Pinterest board is full of them. My Pinterest feed, whatever, is full of them, and they look so nice, and they're so chic and timeless, and styled with like a nice pair of socks, with a skirt, or with shorts, or even with trousers or denim. Like, they just are really, really nice. But again, I don't know if it's one of those things that will work personally for me, but I am loving it. I've seen pairs at Shopbop, Revolve, Steve Madden, Reformation has some really cute ones. As far as like designer goes, Chanel has really, really cute ones. I think YSL does as well, but I would not be going that route with these because we have no idea if it's gonna work for me at all, so certainly not an investment piece in my closet. The next one I love, and I definitely feel a bit more comfortable with. I know it would like fit into my personal style more seamlessly, and it's just like a slipper clog. I don't know exactly what to call them, but it is chunkier, it's backless, it's similar to the sneakers, but it doesn't have laces or anything. It's just it's more of just like a clog slipper style. So I feel like the pairs that come to mind when I think of this trend is the Prada ones with the shearling, and then Miu Miu also has a pair, and they're kind of like a backless penny loafer almost. I feel like they had that little design detail on them where you could like put a penny. A lot of these are suede, a lot of them have the shearling, a little bit of like fuzz or texture, which makes them so cute and perfect for fall and winter. I love leaning into that. I also saw a really cute pair, actually my friend just got them from H&M, that is exactly like this. The Birkenstock Naple is similar to this. It doesn't have shearling or anything, but this is a style that totally fits this description and has been gaining a lot of popularity. It's really cute, and I love that these just like slip on. I feel like that's so nice and convenient, and we just love something that's easy. Okay, last but not least is one more fun trend to throw in there, and it's animal print. So tiger, zebra, leopard, a lot of cow print. I read an entire article, I can't remember which magazine or whatever it was through, but it was all about cow print shoes and how they're all the rage. Texture, snake skin, pony hair, and I of course am an animal print lover. If you watch my channel you would know that, but I love this because it adds a little pop. It's fun, and you can be wearing a really simple outfit like a Canadian tuxedo or all black and have this pop on your shoe, and it's just gonna be so perfect. You can also wear like a really crazy outfit with stripes and polka dots or lots of texture and still wear this shoe, and I feel like it just all goes together and it's really cool and fun still. So I love this for boots, love this for ballet flats, for sneakers even. I feel like sneakers would be the least high on my list for this. Boots would for sure be the top, then maybe heels, like a slip-on heel, like a mule, pointed toe, that type of situation, and then a ballet flat, and then a sneaker. So you could do this in any format that you like. I feel like you can find these at all the different places. I'm sure there's designer ones. Also, like I'm saying, Steve Madden Shoots has really cute shoes. I think I saw like Dalmatian print boots in their store when I was in New York a few months ago or whatever that was. They were so cute. I was like, oh my God, I kind of need those. So needless to say, I love that trend. That is everything for today's video. I hope that this was helpful for you guys, giving you some style inspo on how to wear these shoes, where to shop them. Let me know if you have any questions, what videos you want to see next coming up for fall and winter. And as always, I appreciate you guys being here and watching, and I'll see you next time.